Sakapote, nouvelle bayo, sakapote. Sakapote, sakapote, nouvelle eau, sakapote, nouvelle bayo, sakapote. Sakapote, nouvelle bouillot, sakapote. Sakapote, nouvelle bayo, sakapote.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Everhart Museum's Second Sundays Folk Arts Series. My name is Kimberly Crafton, and we have the great honor to bring to you every second Sunday of the month another folk and traditional artist from the roster of artists at the Everhart Museum. We are a partner with the Pennsylvania Council on the Arts for their Folk and Traditional Arts program, which means that every second Sunday we have the great privilege of bringing to you another folk and traditional artist from our six-county region. In the Pocono Mountains, we cover Wayne and Pike counties. In the Valley Cities, Lackawanna and Luzerne counties. And in the Endless Mountains, Wyoming and Susquehanna counties. A beautiful geography filled with diversity of landscapes, cultures, traditions, and each time we come together, we hope to introduce you to another way that we, as people living in the northeastern part of Pennsylvania, continue to pass along traditions, not only from cultures that were here for long periods of time, as well as newer cultures coming with people who have immigrated here and made this our home. Today we're coming to you from the Springville Schoolhouse Art Studios in Springville, Pennsylvania, the home of Gaston Jean-Baptiste, known as Bonga. Bonga was born in Haiti, near the capital region of Port-au-Prince, in his hometown of Croix des Missions. This is an area of Haiti known well for its culture and deep history, and Bonga's family were culture bearers and tradition keepers of traditions centuries old in that region. At the age of 7 is when he began dancing, singing, and learning the traditional Haitian drum. Internationally, Bonga is known as a master of the African Haitian drum. He is a sought-after performer for his extensive repertoire of both traditional Haitian and Pan-African rhythms. He's a dynamic performer, a session player and accompanist who works on the stage and in the recording studio, but his dearest work, closest to his heart, is as an educator. He is also one of the few drum experts and craftsmen outside of Haiti who continues to build the traditional drums of Haiti using techniques that are centuries old.
Sakapote, nouvelle bouillot, sakapote. Sakapote, nouvelle bayo, sakapote. Sakapote.
Bonga, what I wanted to ask you about was the culture that you come from. Art is not separate from music, is not separate from life, is not separate from your relationship with nature. How does that all come into play inside of you as an artist, even before you are a teacher? Inside of you, where does that all settle into?
What I can say to you is everything you just say right now, you're right, everything is connected. But since I was a kid, like 6, 7 years old, I've been connected to everything from my culture. I was like, want to do everything. So when they have ceremony going on, first person who's over there is me. We used to have a lot of different peristyle, we call it peristyle, is a place people go to celebrate spirituality. So in my area, we used to have more than 100 of peristyle, and in my growing up, when I started growing up, they start to disappear one by one. But I learned a lot from the drumming, from the singing, and the food we eat, and also how to keep the energy is not too high, keep it away. We need high energy to live life. And I learned about painting. So, but my main thing is play the drum, because the message is go faster than painting, I think. I might be wrong, but what I think is the message go faster with the drum, because each rhythm have a different purposes. Each song have a different purposes. So by singing, dancing, and play the drum, some people think we just want to have fun. That's what we do every day. This is how we choose it, and it's not only that. It's about sending messages to anybody who open to it. If somebody don't open to it, they will be by listening to it.
Right.
They will be understand what's going on. But now we have a crisis. How do you call it? Crisis with the culture.
A crisis of culture.
Crisis of culture all over the world. But in my country, what I see is when the peristyle start to get disappear. Oh, by the way, I can tell you right now, I'm only one who have the peristyle where I am. After that, all the species break down, and the youngest don't learn from the oldest. So that's when you get really, really, really bad, because it's about learning.
Right.
So we can pass it to generation and generation. And I'm look at the youngest these days. They want to do something that doesn't have no relationship with our tradition.
Right.
And they don't even want to try to study.
Right.
It's about study. They don't study. They know how to play the drum. Oh, now they go. They have their own band. And then how many songs they can play?
Right.
You know, and all those stuff is get the culture down. But I'm very happy you came to help me save my culture, because the museum is something very serious. People have to understand. When you say museum, is to conserve, like reserve the culture. When you go to the museum, you're going to see something you never see in your life. You're going to hear something you never hear in your life. And it's good to ask questions.
Right.
Where that coming from? Why is like this? Why you eat rice and beans every day? Why you drink coconut water? Why you eating plantain? You know, all those stuff. People don't do that. They just want to have a good time. Yeah, it's great to have a good time, but it's a lot of more than that. You can have better time in the future.
This is incredible. That's a lot to unpack right now, because you touched on so many things, and I'd like to just kind of take a minute to go back to a few of them. The peristyle, am I saying that correctly?
Yes.
So the peristyle is the center of culture in what we might call a cultural center in the English language. Okay, so the peristyle is something that was the way for culture to be passed from the older generation to the younger generation, and always by an interaction, not only in art but between people, and the relationship that you build to one another, the dependence on one another.
That's right.
And I'm also hearing, the way to pass down what is important, what sustains your community, which is the food, the art, the relationships, and what works to maintain balance and what works to retain the relation to the earth and your bodies.
Right.
So what I think I also heard was that you said that there's really only one left in a large region from where you came, and I believe that is your family's peristyle. Is that correct?
It's my family peristyle, and they get me initiated and before they die, because they die. My mother died, my father died, my uncle, my auntie.
So you're the last.
I'm the last one, and it's like that almost all over Haiti. It's not only in my area, but my area get really, really rough without them.
Yeah.
When that was there, everybody busy, you know. We have art we can produce together, and then we have art we produce individual, and we share the food. So no time for negativity. But now everything is disappear, and I'm trying to keep up down there. I just went down there like 2 years ago. I used to go every month, but since the virus started, like year before that, I didn't go because I didn't like the way the youngest behave right now. The way the youngest behave with our tradition is wrong, 100%. The youngest don't want to learn. I don't want to get too deep with that. And yeah, it's a lot of things we can do to make the world better.
Right.
And they don't want to do it. And I look at them, I'm like, nothing I can do to save you, but I would love to. So I give him time. I know nothing gonna change.
Yeah.
And then from there, I'll do my little work with him slowly to get him back.
Pidim pom pom pidim pom pom pidim pom pom pidim pom pa pidim pom pom pidim pidim pom pom pidim pidim pom pom pidim pom pom pidim pom pom pidim pom pa pidim pom pom pidim no matter what pom pom pidim pom pa pidim pom pom pidim pom pom pidim pom pom pidim la famille au pidim pom pom pidim pom pa pidim pom pom pidim pom pom pidim pom pom pidim pidim pom pom pidim pom pom pidim pom pom pidim la famille au
What do you remember the most of your early childhood? What are your memories of being in the peristyle? What did it feel like? What did it sound like? What was happening? And you can tell me with your hands, with your music, everything that you want. Yeah.
What I remember and my peristyle when I was a kid is the one thing I remember really is I didn't have drum, and I want to have drum, and the drum they play in the peristyle, you play it only when you play for the spirit. You cannot take those drums to play for you. So I was like, okay, I need to play every day. I don't want to play only every 6 months or every year for spirit to get
whatever the festival was.
Yeah. I said I want to play every day, and I didn't have possibility to get my drum because I was a kid. I didn't make no money.
Right.
So what I did, I'm gonna show you a little bit. What I did, when the elder played the drum, I'm watching them how they play, and then because I cannot have a drum, so what I did is I use my mouth, I use my hand, I use my foot. So I start to go like this. That's one rhythm, right? I go like this and I go. I can go for 2 hours, 3 hours like that, and then next thing I know, I have 10 kids around me. I'm like, what? You want to do that too? How about you? Okay, let's go. Everybody have a good time. We sweat, and then we take shower, take the sweat out, sit down, tell story, and we eat good food. When I growing up, I eat good when I was a kid. I eat mango. I eat sugar cane. I eat plantain. I eat potatoes. I didn't go too much with meat. But I used to eat meat too when I was a kid. Now I don't eat it anymore because something else going on. But so many things we have down there to eat. And I don't understand when someone said Haiti is the poorest country in the world. I don't understand that because I don't grow up poor. If I tell you I grew up with money, no. But because I don't grow up with money, that doesn't mean I'm poor.
That's right.
I eat, I have exercise, I have exercise every day, play my drum, you know, very good food. Haiti used to feed United States.
That's right.
Haiti used to feed Europe with cotton and tobacco, coffee, rice. We have the best rice down there. A lot of different rice. Mango, kashima, lime, lemon, and a lot of it we used to have. Guess what? Most of it gone now. Everybody waiting for some place like United States to bring us some rice and eggs because a lot of things going on. I don't want to go too much with that because it can make me sad. I don't want to cry because it's not about it.
Right.
But it's so sad to see what's going on right now. What I going up, they're not there anymore. Do you know they cut mango tree down there? They cut the mango tree down because they want to get money. They sell the mango tree, they sell the coconut tree, they cut it down. When I see that when I was 20 years old, I saw that thing happening around me. So what I did, I planted a lot of them. And then is a mango tree next to the other tree I plant. All those trees I was planting is for purposes. I plant a tree in the ground. That tree I plant is like 5 of those trees. They call it palmist tree.
Mm-hmm.
I put 4 palmist trees in the ground because I know the roots gonna be go very deep, and I can dig to get water. That's when I was 20 years old. Now those trees is huge now, and then I have spring water come from it, never dry. I put the pump, I pump way back, we put the bucket in it with the rope, you know.
Yeah.
But thing changed. We said, oh, thing changed, okay, let's change. And then I put the pump. So we can pump with your hand, spring water come. I take my family from United States to go down there, they go crazy. They're like, yeah, this is it. They're laughing, they're happy, you know. And that's mango tree. One mango tree I put next to this tree is inside my house. You know, people always said, don't put tree inside your house, you cannot build like that.
Yeah.
I never see that what I did. I build inside the peristyle, I put a tree, and I build the peristyle though. The earthquake was put it down. I rebuilt it myself.
You built it.
I rebuilt it. But when I built it, and I put the mango tree was already there.
Yeah.
Right? So what I did, I just walk around it.
Yeah.
So now I can go on my roof and get the mango with my hand. Way back, I have to grab the tree, go up or to go walk. You know, not anymore. Mango ready. I get my mango right there.
How many years ago did you plant that tree? The mango tree.
The mango tree, to be honest with you, is the same time I put the palmist tree.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was 20.
So about 20. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And then the house, building the house around it so that
Yeah.
it's now, as it grew, now it's beautiful. I've seen homes in California that use that same style, very old, but in desert places, so that the water collects on the inside of the walls and it works like a cistern.
That's what I do.
So the basically the condensation in the morning hits the walls, runs down the walls, and it feeds the roots of the tree. And then, as you said, at the surface, you pick the fruit from the top of the tree. I love it.
It's so good.
So great. And you mentioned about, people saying that Haiti is the poorest country in the world, and that is not a measurement of anything except what the person who says that is measuring life by.
Okay.
That shows you their measuring stick. They are only measuring wealth in dollars.
Dollars, yeah.
And not in life or other, food or experience or quality of life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the air is good. I'm going to start this. We never play with that like that in Haiti. In Haiti, all we play is drum, and sometimes if you don't take in stage, it's guitar and bass, saxophone. When I discovered this instrument called kalimba from Africa, and I'm like, this is what we're supposed to do. Is play this because there's a lot of healing come out there.
I have always said that your songs feel like medicine to me.
Yes, it is. It is. I saw in myself when I get trouble, and for example, if I get what you call a little depression, I just play that thing, and I'm good. And if I cannot sleep, I have had time to sleep, too much in my head, I just play that thing. I put myself to sleep.
You play your own lullaby.
Yeah, and then I'm like, next thing I know.
What are the kinds of messages carried inside either a painting or a song that mean the most to you? Because probably your culture is full. But what are some of the songs that speak through you the most? What kinds of messages do they carry?
Oh, the message you carry is about understanding, because people don't understand what's going on, especially in Haiti. You look at what's going on with the art, the painting, they listen to the music, even it's reaching faster, but there's a lot of people, they still don't get it. So it's about understanding, try to understand, and also it's about love, it's about healing, it's about respect, it's about put the seed to the ground. By the way, when we doing garden,
Mm-hmm.
if we want to put bean seed, for example. The bean seed we put in the hole, one hole, we put one hole here, one hole there, one hole there. We have music with it. Some people with a hoe. Okay, this is the hoe right here, I'm going to show you. This is the hoe we work in the garden. They have a big piece of woods in it. Maybe 20 times bigger than that to
Larger
fit
than
there.
that, yeah.
And then we hold the stick to go to the ground to take the glass out to make the hole for the seed and stuff. But the same hole we do it like this, and we have another guy, I mean 6 or 7 guy or 10 or 20, and in the front here is 22. You know, we have 20 over here, we have 20 guys. It depends how many people is there. It can be 10, it can be, but we have a line here, we have a line there. We like this, and then those guys have that without
Just the head of the
Yeah,
hoe.
yeah.
So one group of guys has the hoe with the stick
yeah.
and the head on it, and the other guys has just the head without the
without the
wood.
wood. And those guys in the back,
Yeah.
the only who don't have the wood in it is in the back.
Yeah.
So the guy in the front, they hold the hoe like that to go in the ground,
Yeah.
right? But it's with the rhythm,
Yeah.
because those guys in the back going to give the rhythm with this. This is an instrument. So they go with that.
Yeah.
They go. And the next word. Next word again. Same thing. And then we put 3 seeds inside each hole we dig. It can be 5,000 holes. Because when we dig, it's a line of woman. It's a man doing that. Now it's a line of woman put the seed with the kids. And then the woman put the seed and the kids cover it with the food, with the food.
I love it.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like how to call that? It's like a choreograph, but they no practice for it. And they don't look at it as choreograph. It's a way of life. The way they live their life all the time. So, and all those stuff get disappeared. Even in my culture, when we do in ceremony, the tree is number 1 for us, right? What we do, we take the drum to the tree, we play the drum, and then we have people dance around the tree, and each tree we know, not believe. It's not about belief. We know for sure each tree has a different spirit, right? So when we're doing that, when I go up, I walk with those things, I was like, yeah, this is it. And then when I get older, the trees start to cut down because people get scared. Someone come to say, hey, you worship evil, hey, no spirit in the tree. They cut the tree down. But when they cut the tree down now, we don't have shade.
Right.
And we don't have water to drink.
If their belief is that the tree does not have a spirit, then you can't. They're almost negating what they're saying. That by cutting it down because they're afraid of the spirit.
Afraid of the spirit.
Yeah.
You know. But if you're doing wrong, yeah, you should be afraid of the spirit. If you do good, why you have to be afraid of the spirit? When I came to the United States in 1991, my first trip here was 1987. I went to Louisiana. They called me to do Festival Lafayette in Louisiana. So I did it, and then I go back. And I start, and I I keep playing my music all over Haiti. And then I come back here in 1991. When I come back here in 1991, and I look around, I saw a lot of things I can help with, especially the church. Right? I said, I can help with the church. And I start to approach them. And I tell them who I am, and they're happy. And I start to play the drum, the singing, and the dancing. And then next thing I know, they try to convert me to be them. I don't say when I talk like that, I don't want to say the bad. It's not about bad or good.
Right.
But don't try to convert people. We have to stop that. Convert people is not good. Try, let people be. And then from there, it will be more joy come both sides. Your side and my side. And we'll be connected. Without me try to convert you or you try to convert me.
Pidim pom pom pidim, pom pom pidim pom pom pidim, pum pa pidim pom pom pidim, pidim pom pom pidim, pidim pom pom pidim, pom pom pidim pom pom pidim, pum pa pidim pom pom pidim. No matter what pidim pom pom pidim, pum pa pidim pom pom pidim, pom pom pidim pom pom pidim, pum pa pidim pom pom pidim, pom pom pidim pom pom pidim, pum pa pidim pom pom pidim, pom pom pidim pom pom pidim. Pidim pom pom pidim, pom pom pidim pom pom pidim, la famille pom pom.
This one called Kone, it's like I scream ice cream cone, but we cannot eat that one. We blow to it like this. Then you have that. This one is for communication. So you can be 20 blocks away from me, and then you can hear that without microphone. I never tried here because I don't want my neighbor to go crazy on me. But I think they might be sleeping right now. Should I come up? I'm going to try to play it soft. So what we do, we go like this. It's like you're calling your ancestor to bring peace and love, harmony. That's what we're doing now. But it's for a lot of different purposes. It's sometimes when in Haiti, when we go to work in the garden again, and then you live 20 blocks away from me, I have to blow to this so you can hear it. You know, it's just time.
It's time to come.
Yeah, it's time to go.
So you blow this now for the ancestors and say,
Yeah.
come, come, come.
Come. That's it. So wherever they are, they're going to hear that. You don't do too much. But it also is an instrument. I can have one, you have one, another one have one, 5 or 6 of them with different tune, and then different key. With different key, and then we create harmony, and we play day and night without get ourselves to trouble. When you're busy doing that, no way you can get to trouble.
It looks like it takes a lot of energy, a lot of breath.
A lot of breath, but I didn't put all my energy.
Well, I could tell you were
because I'm a little bit worried about my neighbor here. Is a guy, his name is Jean-Baptiste. Jean-Baptiste is a Haitian who create a type of music called compa. And everybody play it down there, even around here they play it too, they play it in Martinique. And they take it as Haitian music. And this is not Haitian music. It's one Haitian created. Haitian music is our roots. You know, it's our drum, the bamboo, the horn, and the conch shell, the woo. That's how we create music. We don't need to get LP and guitar saxophone to create music in Haitian culture. So when they start to do that, it was okay. But what they do, they start to make carnival. Carnival is a lot of violence in it. I don't like it. When I was a kid, I never been to one. Carnival, right? So when that happened, people start to go against people. In Haitian culture, you singing spiritual song. Haitian love Haitian. We don't go against each other like that. But when it's a big car with instrument, people on top of the car singing, dancing, people down there, they're doing violence, hitting each other, and we don't like it. So we didn't do it like that.
Change the whole spirit of
Yeah. And it's still happening today. And to go back to my father and my mom, of course, when I was growing up, my father and my mom, all they've been doing is singing, dancing, play the drum with the mouth, because there was no drummer when I was a kid in the family, really. The drummer come from somewhere else if you did doing ceremony.
Oh, so a drummer was brought in for the ceremony.
Yeah,
okay.
for ceremony.
Yeah.
And then they do the sound, they sing it in the mouth, and that's how I learned too. From they keep the sound in the head, because each rhythm have a different name. If the Yavalu play, you don't call Yavalu. If Yavalu play, they can know what the drum say,
Right.
but they don't know how to play it, but they can sing it to you. So like that, I learned a lot from them. And but when in my area, my father used to get ceremony going on, and then one day they tell him, "Oh, you need patent. You need paper to have a ceremony." And I was a kid. I'm watching that. They come to tell him you need paper to do the ceremony. I saw him feel really bad. He's like, "Paper? I'm doing my ceremony, spiritual ceremony now. Been doing it all my life now. I need paper." Okay. So one day he had the ceremony without paper. He didn't go get the paper. And then the authority come. On that time, they come with the horse. There was no car that time really everywhere. It was horse and bicycle,
Right.
no motorcycle. So the ceremony start in the middle of the night, like 12 o'clock, 12:10. You see a line of police coming to the horse. And they say, my father, his name is Andre. One guy say, "Andre, police." And he stand up. He said to the drummer, "Stop drumming, stop drumming, stop drumming. Police, welcome, welcome. Hey, give this police chair. Give him chair to sit." They give the police chair, the police sit. And he said, "Okay, the drummer, go, singing." And he said, stop again. I forgot, excuse me, police. You need something to drink?" They say, "Yes." He said, "So and so, bring something for the police to drink." And go again. And then they give the police to drink. They drink 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. Next thing you know, they're like this. Right? And then the drum keep playing, people catch spirit and dancing until that thing done. Everybody finish, and then they go home. And now is my father going to wake him up. "Hey, so and so, police, wake up! Everything is finished." Like, "Oh, really?" But they come to stop the ceremony. They didn't come to
join it.
To join us, you know. When I see things like this from my dad, I'm like, "Wow, this man is really smart. He don't know how to read, he don't know how to write. He know how to build house. Yeah, he's a farmer.
Yeah.
He's a veterinarian.
Oh, veterinarian.
Yeah,
Wow.
take care of those animals. Dog, pig, cow, whatever animal it is, he's taking care of him. And very professional. It's not like he's doing something like by chance. No, he know what he's doing.
He really
right?
do.
The IAM next door called Damien and the clinic.
Yeah.
He work in the clinic too.
You're right.
So I'm watching my father wake up 4 o'clock in the morning. First thing he does, he go to the river, and he come out, put his clothes on, go to the farm. Right? Working in the farm until 8 o'clock, come back home, put clothes on, go to take care of animal and the veterinary.
At the clinic.
Yeah, the clinic. Right? Come back at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock, he's building coffin for somebody who died next door. He's building their own coffin for free. Right? He build chair, He built bed.
So he was a woodworker
Woodworker.
as well.
I'm looking at this man, I'm like, whoa, how full I can be like you, but how I'm going to do this? That's too much. And he always go to sleep 6 o'clock. My father already in bed. Nobody gonna wake him up because he knows he's gonna wake up at 4 in the morning. He want to get enough sleep. So I'm watching all those stuff. I'm like, yeah, okay. But I didn't do much what he does, but I do a lot different because I saw that. I grew up like putting my music and paint and make packet for people who really try to understand what's going on. And what else I do? And I take care of the temple too because he got me initiated before he passed away. And he had a lot of kids. Those kids was not happy. Because they're older than me. They think.
So of all the, how many brothers and sisters do you have?
I never counted them. A lot. My father was all over the place.
So of all of his children,
all of the children.
he chose you,
He chose me.
even though you are not the oldest.
Yeah. No,
So this was not a happy moment for
No.
everyone.
Yeah.
How did you feel about it?
I didn't feel good in the beginning. I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
But
It's a big responsibility.
Big
eh?
responsibility. I didn't want to do it. I see myself can be very dangerous with my own family. I was trying to stay away of it. But one day,